Hi, Aquarius. Hello, Aquarius. Hello, Aquarius. Hello, Aquarius. So happy to be able to offer you this reading here for the new moon cycle. The new moon emerges, well, it's a new moon in Taurus, and the new moon emerges on the 4th or 5th this weekend. And the reading spans the first 2 weeks of May. How are we going to do this? I'll be using the tarot called Tarot of the Lady. And I'll be spreading a new moon spread. You'll recall that I put out a spread for a reading for the new moon, the full moon cycle. And in that reading, you can go back to look at that. We talked about what you needed to release. And this cycle, this moon cycle spread, is also going to take it from there, what was released, and go on. And I'll talk to you about the different areas of the spread after I lay the cards and what the cards are answering to, what the meanings in different areas of the spread are. So let's see. Come one, come all. Join me. Come in my room, join me. Let's start. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. So the first area of the spread talks about what was released. What did you release, Aquarius? And I have here the 7 of Wands. We have also the Wheel of Fortune and the 4 of Swords. What was released? What was released? All your animosity that was aimed at the vagaries of life, the ups and downs of life, the difficulties of life, and the delays in your expectations that weren't met. This was all released in the full moon period. And where we are now is a moment that's characterized here by, and I'll show you, we have some tough ones here. The 8 of Swords. What is happening to you now? The 8 of Swords, the 6 of Coins, and the Devil. Now, the Devil is always such a difficult card to read, and I typically take another card out, and it's the 8 of Cups. And what do these cards tell you? Hello there. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Here it's midnight. And I'm seeing here that where you are now, ladies and gentlemen, are in a moment of strife. We're in a moment of, you're at a standstill. And it's not necessarily because of fear. Typically, when we do not act, when we don't go forward and act, it's mainly because of fear or because we know there's a reason behind it. And I'm seeing here that you're halted, but at the same time, there's this 8 of Cups that's clarifying the Devil, remember. And devils are all about obsessive behavior. And I'm seeing you in a stop-go pattern currently, whereby there's a bit of obsessive thought patterns concerning your work. And however, what's really interesting about this period for you, Aquarius, is this generosity of spirit that characterizes you. For some reason, I feel that it's not your choice, this 8 of Swords, this paralyzation, this you not moving forward with something that you would like. For example, there may be those of you who have small children and are have a career, but you have to stay put because of that. Or there is a family member that needs your help, and so therefore you cannot take up your new post in another country or something of that nature. And this defines your generosity of spirit, but nonetheless, nonetheless, you still have the windmills of your mind turning about your activity, your livelihood, your career, your profession, your job. Where is it? What am I doing next time? And this is where you are now. But the cycle is not only there. There's a cycle, the new moon cycle is all about creating. And what are you creating? Let's talk about that. And we'll see that it's the four, represented by the Four of Coins, the King of Coins, and the Seven of Coins. 1, 2, 3 coins. Money, 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 money. All right, what are you creating? First of all, this Four of Coins talks about a phoenix arising from its ashes, meaning that there's something in the works. Okay, for those of you who've been bad, for those of you who have made negative decisions or have made decisions that you're not really proud of, or who have left, like I see here, patterns behind, we have you coming out of your ashes. Those that was of the past. You have a unique opportunity to create something completely new. What are the coins and the pentacles in the tarot? We can say, of course, they're money. Yes, this is abundance. This is an attraction of abundance. But it's not only that. We know that money has a flow. We know that money is a spiritual goods. It has spiritual value. All you have to do is think about people, men or women, who, for example, show their love by giving gifts. That's their language of love. And it has nothing to do with how affluent you are. Some people have a different language of love. Some people have the language of touch. That is their language of love. They don't need, gifts, but they need to be touched. So what I'm looking at here, Aquarius, is that this is a moment of creativity that sees you being both the attractor, there's the abundance coming to you, emotionally speaking and spiritually speaking, but at the same time, this generosity of giving, of having, burned yourself to the ground, arising from your ashes. There was a sacrifice. That is a sacrifice, the phoenix arising from its ashes. Your sacrifice is your wealth. Your sacrifice is your reward. Then we have an area of the spread that answers the question, what is emerging for you? What is emerging for you, Aquarius? And we have more coins, the 9 of coins, true abundance here. Then we have the 7 of cups and the Knight of Swords. I would almost be prompted to say, you have so much coming to you, you don't know what to do with it. You can't, there's so much coming to you. And there is the embarrassment of choice with the 7 of cups. What is emerging for you? Remember I said, your sacrifice is your reward. The reward is coming. That is what is emerging for you. And it takes many different forms. It takes the form of you being able to speak your truth, you being able to voice your opinion, you being able to actually communicate there where it was not possible in the past month. Think of a person who doesn't respond to your calls. This is a period that will happen. There is your generosity, your suffering, you are rewarded for the sacrifice that you put in the previous months. There is now, to be concluded here, there is a cycle here that comes to an end, but the cycle and the spread ends with the question, how can you reach your goals? How can you bring your goals to fruition? You have this sacrifice, which is your reward. The abundance comes to you. How can you bring your goals now to fruition? And we have here the Strength card, the Two of Coins, and Justice. How do you bring it to fruition? I'm seeing exactly 42%. I'm seeing the numbers 42% of you have legal issues that need to be attended to. And that is a channel for your goals to reach fruition. There are those of you who have family members or people you consider your tribe who have legal issues that you will stand and support. There is here the element of strength, and strength is in justice, and justice is a wide-ranging concept here, a wide-ranging, abstract, and realistic concept. But the Two of Coins tells you, Aquarius, that you change, your ideas change in terms of how you can support those family members, those friends, those members of your tribe that have legal battles. You have thought in the past that you needed to be there with them. You needed to be close to helping them solve your problems. Think of a sibling who is, legally separating from their partner, and you would like to be there for them. But you're changing your notion in terms of aiding them, knowing that it's the best thing that you can do is give them your moral support, even from afar. So there is this change in terms of how you see universal justice being played out. Very, very interesting this is. And you reason from a position of strength, Aquarius. Really, really interesting. Let me take the runes here and see. Here, I don't want it to unravel here, or else it'll go tumbling down like Humpty Dumpty, who sat on the wall. Humpty Dumpty had a great fall. Let's take the runes and take a look at what the casting will add to the reading, Aquarius. We have, I get so excited when I see Lagas. It's also called Lagus. When it's bright stave, it means that these are the dynamics of the period of the new moon cycle will flow very smoothly. If you have any doubt, it will be smooth sailing. Not only that, we do have Anzus. Anzus here is Merkstave, and it talks to me tells me to tell you that, look, you may want to communicate, just like in the example I gave you about a sibling who is legally separating from a partner, and you would like to be there, communicate, tell them, what's going on? Can't you reconcile? But these runes are telling you, change your method, change the method to your madness, and take a step back and give them moral support from afar. Use your oral skills less and use your energy more. Then we have this Björkberkana here is a Merkstave, however, and it talks about the creative cycle as being already enacted, and that you don't need to further push any creative cycle, because your creative cycle was begun long before this new moon cycle. And the rune called Manats, which represents humanity, and you can see that it looks as though this is a mixture of another rune called Wunyo, which looks like a P, and they're facing each other. And Wunyo is joy, and here we have. It's as if there are two people facing face to face in a moment of joy. It's humanity. And what we're seeing here is that the lesson you are receiving about your sacrifices, your reward, has taught you that energy is far more powerful than you have ever thought it could be. And you're going to learn how to use your energy. Namaste, ladies and gentlemen. Aquarius, I almost said Capricorn, Aquarius friends, do like and share my videos. I would appreciate that. And have a nice weekend and a wonderful moon cycle. Bye-bye, ladies and gentlemen. I will be back. I will be back. I will be back.